Welcome to my chemistry channel, Short and Sweet in Chemistry, BL Das. Again, I want to welcome the chapters Acid, Bases and Salts, class 10, Science, according to CBSE syllabus. Now we will see the uses of some salts and compounds. First, we will see salt, that is sodium chloride. Generally at home, we use the word salt, that is common salt. Then what is that common salt? Common salt means sodium chloride. But the sodium chloride, what we are using, that is pure form, that is iodized, because it is important for our health. So at home you are using common salt, that is sodium chloride, but it is a pure form and it is also iodized. Now this sodium chloride, if it is impure, then color is brown and is known as rock salt. What is meaning? The salt, common salt, that is sodium chloride. If sodium chloride is impure, then color is brown and that is known as rock salt. Brine solution, what is mean by brine solution? Brine solution means the sodium chloride in water. We know sodium chloride is soluble in water. If sodium chloride is soluble in water, and that solution is known as brine solution. So how can you say aqueous solution of sodium chloride? Aqueous solution means in water. The next point come to baking soda. Generally at home we are using the word baking soda. Baking soda means nothing, sodium hydrogen carbonate, whose color is white. Now sodium hydrogen carbonate is also called sodium bicarbonate, but nowadays sodium hydrogen carbonate word is used. Then how can you prepare sodium hydrogen carbonate? You take sodium chloride, water, carbon dioxide and ammonia. What you will take? Sodium chloride, water, carbon dioxide and ammonia. It forms ammonium chloride, one byproduct, which is not necessary to us in this reaction, that is called byproduct. So NH4Cl is a byproduct and this is main product. What is that one? NaHCO3, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. So it is known as mild base because sodium carbonate hydrogen carbonate, that is also you can say sodium bicarbonate, react with acid. That is why it is known as mild base. Mild means a little quantity of base, that means a value that is called mild. So NaHCO3, sodium hydrogen carbonate. Then what are the uses of that baking powder? Baking powder, your daily uses, you are using the word baking soda, and next word is you are using baking powder. Then what is the baking powder? In market baking powder is available. What is that? Mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate and tartaric acid. That means what is baking soda? Sodium hydrogen carbonate. What is baking powder? Mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate and tartaric acid. Then what is its uses? Generally it helps to swell up the bread, swell up the cake. So this baking powder has importance in our making bread and making cake. Then it is also used, what is that one? That NaHCO3 used as fire extinguisher, that is known as acid soda fire extinguisher. And next point, antacid, that is very important. What is mean antacid? Generally student first time when they think antacid mean acid comes from ant, that is wrong. It is not an acid, it is one, that means it will neutralize excess of acids in stomach. You know in stomach what is that acid produced, that is hydrochloric acid. If it is in excess, then what happens? Acidity, the disease called acidity comes to our health. The disease is very so danger, and gradually it changes to peptic ulcer, like that. So what happens? The antacid is one which will neutralize the excess of acid in stomach, which will cause later acidity disease. So here antacid, which one antacid? Sodium hydrogen carbonate is known as antacid, which can be used in our daily life. But nowadays in our medicine, that name is, I think you know that medicine, Diagen. Diagen and milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia, the color is light pink color, available in medicine shop, and also that one Diagen also available in shop. And so here these are also one type of antacids which can decrease the acidity, or which can neutralize the acidity in stomach. So mind it, antacid is not an acid, it is only a neutralizer. It is only act as a neutralizer which will neutralize excess of acid in stomach. What are the example? First example you see here, sodium hydrogen carbonate, and if you will go to higher class you will learn that is milk of magnesia and Diagen, and so many medicines are there which are important as act as a antacids. Then bread and cake soft, I told just now, here when sodium hydrogen carbonate is added to bread, is added to cake, then what happens? You will heat it and immediately carbon dioxide produce, and this carbon dioxide which will help to swell up the bread and swell up the cake. And see here why it is called mild base and why it acts as a to neutralize excess of acid in stomach. See here, sodium hydrogen carbonate when react with dilute HCl is nothing is written mean dilute HCl. Dilute HCl, the products are sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide, which indicates that it is a mild base because it can react with dilute hydrochloric acid, and the products are formed sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Then come to what is the main difference between baking soda and baking powder. Baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, and baking powder, that is a mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate and tartaric acid, which is very important, which is very useful in the preparation of bread, in the preparation of cake. Now again see, sodium chloride, that is brine solution in water, baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is generally used in our daily life in kitchen, and baking powder, that is a mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate and tartaric acid. It acts as acid, soda acid fire extinguisher, acts as a good antacid, and it helps to swell up the bread and cake. That means bread and cake become soft. Then come to sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate, we know what is the formula, Na2CO3. But generally we are using sodium carbonate having 10 molecules of water. Sodium carbonate Na2CO3 dot 10 H2O, it is called hydrous salt, because there are 10 molecules of water are associated with one molecular formula unit of sodium carbonate, then it is called washing soda. Washing soda Na2CO3 dot H2O. If I will ask what is the formula of sodium carbonate, that is correct, Na2CO3. But what we are using in daily life, that are hydrous condition, Na2CO3 having 10 molecules of water, that is called hydrous salt. Then how it is prepared? See here, sodium hydrogen carbonate, on heating it gives sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water. And here you can observe this sodium carbonate, if there is no water molecules, then it is called anhydrous. If anhydrous salt treated with water, it will absorb, it will associated with 10 molecules of water of crystallization, and then the formula Na2CO3 dot 10 H2O, that is called hydrous salt. So generally anhydrous and hydrous salt both are different in some properties. Then uses of sodium carbonate. What are the main uses in glass industry, soap industry, paper industry? It is very important. It has many important uses also in cleaning agent. Then what is cleaning agent? Here it can clean clothes, it can clean materials, it can clean other things what is possible. It can clean And important things, that is removing of permanent hardness of water. Again see, what are the uses? It is used in glass, soap and paper industry, and act as also cleaning agent, and also important property, important that one, removing permanent hardness of water. Then you will think, what is mean by hard water? See, hard water means generally what you are using water, there are two types. One is hard water and other one is soft water. Which is soft water? The soft water is one which forms leather with soap. Soft water means what? It forms good leather in with soap. So when we use soft water with soap, you will find good leather formation. Then hard water, it does not form leather with soap. It never form leather with soap, or a little amount of leather may form. So it is the main property of hard water. Hard water never gives the leather with soap. So what is hard water? Again you will come to hard water. There are two types of hard water. One is temporary hard water, other one is permanent hard water. Again you see, water are two types, soft water, hard water. Hard water two types, one is temporary hard water, other one is permanent hard water. Then come to what is temporary hard water. Here in hard water, which is called temporary, what type of salts are present? The salts which are present, that is in soluble form. That is in soluble form. So see, what are these salts? Magnesium, calcium, hydrogen carbonate. That means the temporary hard water contains calcium hydrogen carbonate or may contains magnesium hydrogen carbonate. That means this is the main important salts, that is magnesium, calcium soluble salts. The soluble salts, what are the name? Calcium hydrogen carbonate, magnesium hydrogen carbonate. It is removed. Temporary hard water can be removed easily, only simply on boiling. Then what happens on boiling? You see, calcium hydrogen carbonate, on heating it gives calcium carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide. That means this calcium carbonate, I told before also, it is a white precipitate. It is a white precipitate. Similarly, magnesium hydrogen carbonate is present in your temporary hard water, that can be also removed simply on boiling. Then what happened? On boiling, it gives magnesium carbonate. Magnesium carbonate is also a white precipitate. Now you see, if calcium hydrogen carbonate present, calcium carbonate white precipitate form. If magnesium hydrogen carbonate is present, magnesium carbonate white precipitate form. That means these precipitates can be filtered out and you will get a good soft water. Now again see, sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3, and hydrous condition Na2CO3 10H2O, and anhydrous there is no water molecule, only simply you can say Na2CO3. Then come to uses of sodium carbonate. It is used mainly glass, soap and paper industries, and acts also good cleaning agent for different type of materials. And most important, that is removing permanent hardness of water. And hard water means what? Two types, soft and water, two types, soft and hard water. Soft water gives good leather with soap, but hard water does not give any leather with soap. So hard water two types again, one is temporary hard water, other one is permanent hard water. Temporary hard water, hardness can be removed only simply on boiling, because calcium hydrogen carbonate, on heating it gives calcium carbonate, a white precipitate, that can be filtered out. Similarly, magnesium hydrogen carbonate, on boiling it gives white precipitate of magnesium carbonate, it can be also filtered out and you will get a soft water. Here, hard water and water of crystallization. Hard water, what is meant by hard water? Hard water which does not form leather with soap. Hard water are two types, temporary hard water and permanent hard water. Temporary hard water, the hardness removed on boiling, that means here hydrogen carbonate of the magnesium and calcium is present, then it is called temporary hard water. So magnesium hydrogen carbonate on boiling or on heating it gives magnesium carbonate. Similarly calcium hydrogen carbonate on heating is calcium carbonate. Both are white precipitate. On filtration here you will get soft water. But when come to permanent hardness, permanent hard water, how can we remove permanent hardness? Here what is permanent hard water? Here it contains soluble salt of magnesium calcium. What is that? Chloride and sulfate. That means magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, similarly calcium chloride, calcium sulfate is present in water, that is called permanent hard water. Then question is, how can we remove permanent hardness? Because on boiling no precipitate comes out. On boiling there is no change. That means here permanent hardness can be removed by sodium carbonate. Then how? See, suppose this hard water, permanent hard water contains magnesium chloride. If you are sodium carbonate, then what happens? Magnesium carbonate and sodium chloride form. Similarly, if that is calcium chloride and you treat sodium carbonate, then form calcium carbonate which is white precipitate. Magnesium carbonate also white precipitate, calcium carbonate also white precipitate. If the hard water contains magnesium sulfate and calcium sulfate, then what happens? Magnesium sulfate gives magnesium carbonate. Magnesium sulfate when treated with sodium carbonate, what it will give? Magnesium carbonate which is a white precipitate and sodium sulfate. And similarly calcium sulfate and sodium carbonate, it gives calcium carbonate and sodium sulfate. Now these all are white precipitate, that is magnesium carbonate and calcium carbonate, both are white precipitate. So on filtration they are taken out and you are getting a soft water. Then come to water of crystallization. Then what is meaning of water of crystallization? Fixed number of water molecules if present to a formula unit of salt, then example see here, general formula salt dot XH2O, that means XH2 is called water of crystallization and that compound is called hydrated compound. If there is water of crystallization are associated with the formula unit of salt, then it is called hydrated compound or hydrous compound. Then see example, copper sulfate having 5 molecules of water of crystallization. See here copper sulfate, 5 molecules of water crystallization. What is the color? That color is blue. What is the name? Commercial name, blue vitriol. What is the name? Blue vitriol. So what is the formula? CuSO4 dot 5H2O. Then on heating it gives copper sulfate, that is white because there is no water molecules. When there are 5 molecules of water of crystallization associated or fixed to the copper sulfate, then color is blue. If there is no water molecules on heating what happens? 5 molecules of water removed and that is called anhydrous salt and here color is white. That means you take copper sulfate in lab in a test tube and heat. What happens? The color, blue color gradually disappearing and changes to white color. Again to that white color copper sulfate, that is anhydrous copper sulfate, in a test tube you add 2 or 3 drops of water, immediately it changes to blue color. Why? Because the white color, that means anhydrous salt copper sulfate, when treated with water, 5 molecules water only it will take, then it immediately changes to blue color, that is copper sulfate having 5 molecules of water of crystallization. Similarly, second example, calcium sulfate CaSO4 dot 2H2O, that means 2 water molecules of crystallization. How many? 2. Now here 2 water, CaSO4 dot 2 water, that is known as gypsum. Actually, what is chemistry name? Calcium sulfate. Calcium sulfate having 2 molecules of water of crystallization. Now here gypsum on heating gives what? That is called plaster of Paris. What is the formula? CaSO4 having half molecule of water of crystallization. What is the formula? CaSO4 having half molecules of water of crystallization, that is called hemihydrate. Why it is hemihydrate? Hemi means half, water, hydrate half water, and it is known as plaster of Paris. This plaster of Paris, or you can say this hemihydrate salt, when treated with 1.5 molecules of water, it will only take 1.5 molecules of water, then it changes to CaSO4 dot 2H2O. That means again gypsum. What is the formula of gypsum? CaSO4 dot 2H2O means CaSO4 having 2 molecules of water of crystallization. Again see, gypsum on heating gives hemihydrate salt, that is plaster of Paris. That hemihydrate salt on treating with 1.5 molecules of water, it gives CaSO4 dot 2H2O. Now, uses of plaster of Paris, very important that uses of plaster of Paris. We know generally different type of toys are prepared, and similarly it is very important for the fracture bone, for plastering of fracture bone. What happens during plastering? Then here that means what is the right position of the fracture bone that can be fixed by the help of plaster of Paris. So it is called plastering, and it is very much helpful for the fracture bone to make plaster and to make to right position in the area. That means here again see hard water, there are 2 types, and here permanent hard water, already temporary hard water clear, on boiling simply it changes to soft water, and permanent hard water that contains magnesium and calcium chloride and sulfate. That is why it cannot be removed on simply boiling. It should be removed by the help of sodium carbonate, by which when treating with magnesium chloride with sodium carbonate, it gives magnesium carbonate. Similarly, if magnesium sulfate, it gives also magnesium carbonate both. That means it is a white precipitate. Similarly, if it contains calcium chloride and it contains calcium sulfate, again they also gives calcium carbonate, which is a white precipitate. So magnesium carbonate or calcium carbonate, they are white precipitate. So it can be filtered out to get a soft water. Then water of crystallization. What is water of crystallization? That means fixed amount of water molecules that is associated, that is fixed to the formula unit of salt. That means the formula that is called hydrated compound, and general formula salt dot XH2O. What is XH2O? The number of water molecules that is fixed to the unit formula of the salt. Then here example, copper sulfate having 5 molecules of water, that is blue color. On heating it gives CuSO4 only without water, and that is white color. When we can add water, this white color of copper sulfate, then what happens? It takes 5 molecules of water as a crystallization, so it gives CuSO4 dot 5H2O, that color is blue. Similarly, gypsum. Gypsum means CaSO4 dot 2H2O. On heating it gives CaSO4 dot half H2O, that is called hemihydrate plaster of Paris. This plaster of Paris, when treated with 1.5 molecules of water, again changes to gypsum. Then what are the uses of plaster of Paris? That is used many important uses, that is preparing of toys, and second uses that is fracture bone to the right position. If we use plaster of Paris and here during the plaster of the bones here fixed to the right position. Uses of some compounds and oxidizing agent. Now some compounds mean one example, that is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is known as caustic soda. What is the formula? NaOH. So how can you prepare that sodium hydroxide, caustic soda? You take here sodium chloride aqueous solution, and now here electricity is passed. That means electric current is passed through sodium chloride solution. What is sodium chloride solution? I told. Sodium chloride solution means brine solution. Sodium chloride solution is known as brine solution. To that, electric current is passed through it, so that it produces sodium hydroxide, chlorine and hydrogen. Now the process is called chlor-alkaline process. Why it is called chlor-alkaline process? Chlor means chlorine is produced. Alkaline means sodium hydroxide, which is alkali nature. What is alkali? The base we dissolve in water, that is called alkali. So it is alkaline nature. Now here what happened? The process is known as chlor-alkaline process. The sodium hydroxide which is produced, that is very important to prepare other compounds. Similarly, that chlorine also is helpful to prepare different type of compounds. Now uses. It is helpful to prepare different type of compounds which are necessary in our daily life. Then potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide means KOH, that is called caustic potash. What is caustic potash? Potassium hydroxide, KOH. Then next come to bleaching powder. Generally we use bleaching powder, and the formula CaOCl2. What is Ca? Calcium. O, oxygen. Cl, chlorine. So CaOCl2. That is called calcium. Oxygen means oxychloride. What is the name of the bleaching powder? Calcium oxychloride. Bleaching powder is known as a commercial name, and here calcium oxychloride is the actual name in chemistry. How can you prepare? Take calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide dry. What is mean dry? That is known as slaked lime. If it is in solution and clear solution, that is called lime water. If it is dry condition, and then it is called slaked lime. The slaked lime, when treated with chlorine, it gives calcium oxychloride. So see here, dry slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide, when treated with chlorine, it forms calcium oxychloride, that is bleaching powder. Now uses. Bleach, since you know the bleach what is there, that means it will sure bleach the different colors. Bleaching cotton, bleaching wood pulp. So bleaching colors, that is the main acting part of the bleaching powder. And now disinfecting drinking water. We know in drinking water that bleaching powder is added. Then what happens? Here germs are removed, infecting materials are removed, and it will become a useful water for drinking purpose. Next important is oxidizing agent. Bleaching powder will act as good oxidizing agent. That means what is oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agent means it is one which oxidizes other. That means it will oxidizes other and itself reduced. That means calcium oxychloride is an oxidizing agent. Why? Because it oxidizes other and itself reduce. What is mean oxidize others? Oxidizes other mean it will give oxygen to other and itself reduce mean oxygen removed from this compound. That means since calcium oxychloride contain oxygen, that is why it can give oxygen to others. That means it can oxidize others and itself reduced. Itself reduced means oxygen is removed from calcium oxychloride. Now this oxidizing agent will clear in the next chapter, So see again, bleaching powder and uses bleaching powder formula CaOCl2, and here you will take dry slaked lime, and uses generally bleaching powder used to bleach cotton, bleach wood, bulb, etc., and disinfecting drinking water, and it is a good oxidizing agent. I hope this chapter is clear to you. It is helpful and useful, I hope. Please share and like and subscribe my channel, Short and Sweet in Chemistry, BL Das. Thank you all.